Hey, what's going on everyone? Ruben Snow here, and today we're going to be talking about, actually it's going to be a question that I've gotten recently. Should you have sex on the first date? This is a super important question. When it comes to having sex on the first date, which usually means the second date, it depends on how you view it. So the first time you guys met, was it a quick 5-minute interaction, or was it kind of like you met maybe through a friend and you were talking and just enjoying each other's company for a whole night or day, or whatever the case may be? If you met through a social circle, it's much easier to make that connection because it's kind of like a warm interaction. It wasn't like right off the bat like a cold approach, as people would say, as the community would say. Now, I myself used to believe, and I'm not sure if many of you have believed this, but I myself used to believe that having sex on the first date was a must, because you kind of get it out the way. It's something that maybe you want, she wants, and someone always has to make the first move. Usually it's the man who makes the first move, and if he doesn't, usually it takes a while, and if you take too long, the girl will lose attraction because she's like, what, am I unattractive? Do you even like me? What are you doing? Like, sex is a very intimate part of building something, and that's why I want to talk about it, because in terms of an intimate relationship with somebody, sex, I don't view it as a big deal, but that's my opinion. Some people view it as a huge deal, especially women, with society and how they view sex as this whole huge thing. If you let that, you let it happen as a female, that's it. You just let everything, and now the man can do anything. He can break your heart, leave you, or whatever. This is why women have to be strong in terms of that. If they view sex as not that important, they can view themselves as being much stronger and making the right choice. So that depends on the female. If you're a female watching this, are you the type to be like, hey, if I have sex on the first date, it's on me, I chose that decision? A lot of the community in game, the PUA community, doesn't talk about this, and a lot of them view it as, you're putting pressure on a female to have sex with you, and most of the time they have buyer's remorse. And I've seen this through friends who've been in it. Now, some girls do continue with you after having sex on the first date. So when it comes to having sex on the first date, you have to choose where you stand. I've noticed that the best relationships I've had with a female, whether I was just dating or we were in a very serious relationship, sex didn't happen the first date. Not the first time I met them or the second time. It probably happened third, fourth, fifth time. And those have been the best, because I feel like those are the women that kind of have a right conscience, and they know they might want to do it, but they're like, I'm giving up something. What if he's just trying to get me in bed, or if I feel a connection but there's still more. So she's understanding in her head there's not enough information on you as a man to make that decision. She has to understand where you stand, if you go back to hierarchy and where you stand in the social ladder, do people like you? Are you likable? Because she's taking a risk, she's taking a chance having sex with you. There's a possibility of having a baby. You have nothing to worry about. She has to carry a baby for 9 months. That's a huge risk. That is a huge risk in terms for her financially, socially, in every aspect of her life, while a man is just okay. That doesn't change you. Of course, we can get into that, but that's not this video here. But she's just taking a risk on doing that with you. Now what do? Right? You have to understand, you can't get upset. Most guys get upset, oh yeah, she was whack, I'm not gonna talk to her anymore because she didn't give it up the first date. If anything, you have to give her a chance. Let her be completely comfortable with you. Have respect for her. And this is the problem with a lot of the PUA community. They express that you have to get it out the way really fast. I used to think that way as well. I used to think hey, I like to get it out the way because then you have nothing to worry about. And in a sense, I think it's kind of true. I wouldn't want to wait 8, 9, 10 dates, 4 months if I'm spending a lot of time with this girl, or I'm talking to her a lot, we're getting to know each other, whether that's through a phone, you know, spend a few hours together, bounce her around, have her see me in different environments, with friends, with, you know, in a restaurant, in a coffee shop, in a playful area, whether that's, you know, you guys go ice skating together, or do something fun, a interactive kind of activity. You want to do that so she can see you in every aspect, and she makes a decision for herself. Because a lot of problems with the PUA community, and a lot of women I see that these guys meet, are women that are broken. They probably didn't have a father in their life, or they have daddy issues, or there's just a ton of underlying issues there. And those are not the kind of women that you want to be. Those women have to really work on themselves, and sometimes. But then you got strong women who just want to just have sex, and they know what they want, and they go for it, you know? And they want it from the beginning. Like, this man is attractive, he's freaking cool, so why not? Yes, I'm taking a chance, but as long as I'm careful, I use a condom and all that. You know, I've met girls that are very respectful like that. Like, it'll be a first time thing in the past, and it just works, right? But then you have girls that respect themselves, and they want to think more on it. They sometimes want to talk to their friends. They go to their friends first. Remember, guys, their friends know everything. And guys, you have to understand that if it's the first day, she's not giving it up, even though she's showing that she wants to. 100%, she's giving you all the cues. You know, a lot of guys be like, man, she was naked in my bed, and then nothing happened. That's because she wasn't completely comfortable with you. Her illogical brain was working, and then when her logical brain kicked in, that's why she stopped. She realized she didn't want to do this just yet. Because remember, a no is never a no. If she's still talking to you, that just means not yet, bro. That means wait. That means be patient. And that's something all of us have to practice as men. As a man, you must have patience. It's like owning a business. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to have patience, years even, in a business. So if you are the type that needs to do it the first time, there's specific women for that. And obviously you are what you attract, so you will attract women like that. At least that's what I've gathered through my experience. And for you guys, I'm gonna leave you with this action item. Whether this is a girl you're dating right now, or a girl you're looking to meet. Well, right now, let's start. I'm gonna ask you a question for a girl you're dating right now. Ask her whether that's why she decided to have sex with you, whether that was the first date, or why she made you wait. I've already done this with my girlfriend, and this is where that video came up. And of course, I've read an article that thought the idea, and then at the same time, I had a friend of mine ask me a question like, man, why wouldn't a girl give it up on the first date, even if she's showing all those signs? So ask the girl, or like next time you go, just be in tune with yourself, be present in the moment, focus on the girl, and like read her signs to know where she stands. That's the action item. Even then, like, maybe just do a social experiment. Go around asking girls, like, would you do it on the first date? If so, if yes, why? If no, why? You know, that's a good social experiment. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll do it. But I'm gonna leave you with that, a nice little action item to do after this video. And if you want, leave a comment in the section below. What's your opinion on having sex on the first date? Are you completely 100% down for it? If you're specifically if you're a female, because I know men are usually 100% down with it. So I mean, if you're a man with a different opinion, you don't believe you should do it on the first date, it'd be awesome to hear your opinion in the comments below. Much love. As always, stay awesome. See you next week.